constantly connected and always plugged in. It's not just hair dryers, microwaves, and kettles anymore. In today's power-thirsty world, our power plugs have never been busier. Cell phones, Blackberries, video games, TVs, and laptops. Everything needs juice. And there's no end in sight to our increasing demand for power. BC Hydro says over the next 20 years, the province's electricity needs will grow by as much as 40%. And in order to keep up, Hydro says we need to modernize our power system.
Kids' rooms with TVs, never mind the game systems they all have, and if they have multiple game systems, and you multiply that for every house in a neighborhood, then every neighborhood in a city, and all the cities throughout BC, that all adds up. So BC Hydro is turning to smart meter technology to help meet the ballooning demand. The meters currently being installed on the South Island are wireless and digital, capturing and recording the amount of power that your household is using. BC Hydro says not only will they help prevent power theft, but will keep rates low by encouraging us to conserve. What the smart meter does, it puts it right back in the customer's hands to see exactly what their consumption is. And they can see if I turn my thermostat down, my space heat, my electric heat, I can turn that down just a degree. This is how much I'm going to save. And Hydro points to other smart meter savings, like knowing where power outages are before they're reported and reducing excess electricity that's not used. The program will cost $1 billion, but Hydro says it will make that money back over the next 20 years. This will provide $1.6 billion in benefits to BC Hydro, which in turn provides a benefit to our customers. We want to keep our rates low. We have the third lowest rates in North America, and if we want to keep our rates amongst the lowest in North America, we have to find ways to try and reduce costs.
Okay, so the power has just been out for about 15 seconds or so.
In View Royal, it took just 5 minutes to install this smart meter, and you don't need to be home for the swap to take place.
And now it's in.
This will allow them to shave off the peaks in the system and encourage people to conserve and allow them to find out who's really out of power. It'll allow them to design loads on the system.
But the chorus of voices who don't want smart meters installed in their homes is growing. Tammy and Robert Jeske have a Wi-Fi free home because they say the technology has affected their son's health. Now they're fighting BC Hydro to keep the wireless meter away.
We already have something that's been established as a possible carcinogen. So why should we be forced to be exposed when there are alternatives? That's the first thing. Second, there's a privacy concern. If my usage of electricity is being broadcast every minute of every day, somebody could intercept that information and use it to find out if I'm not home and could break into my house.
Families like the Jeskes who don't want smart meters installed are now posting these do not install signs. Some are even going as far as building boxes around them to prevent access.
I will let the electricity be cut off before I allow this meter to come on our home, based upon the evidence we have on the effects to our son.
For the Jeskes, it's all about choice. They say they want to either keep the meter they have now or have the option to have a wired meter, something BC Hydro says is not on the table.
BC Hydro says that we have no choice because it's been legislated by the province, which means that we're going to be forced to have the meter on our house despite asking them to provide us alternatives.
And some municipalities on the South Island are also raising concerns about the meters. The City of Victoria is asking BC Hydro to offer a hardwired meter, while councils in Colwood, Esquimalt and the Highlands are all looking for more information and alternatives. In View Royal, I'm Nikki Iwanishin for The Daily.